Hello guys and girls, it is 10th of July 2017 and this is a bit of a weird one because this is the normal weekly insight and I'm doing my thing about where I mentioned something I've done before, but James just mentioned to me that I've done the whole weekly insight and there's no audio on it, and I've just been playing about with my settings and true enough the audio had died. Now what I've been trying to do is actually set it up so that I was streaming directly to YouTube. And then I couldn't be bothered with it, and I think I must have knocked some of the settings out when I was doing that. But yeah, my plan was to say something along the lines of, yeah, there's me being an idiot in France, with my Chez Philippe photo there, who takes a photo of themselves and puts it on the desktop at the age of 37. Who knows, but who cares? Anyway, so that's what I've got going on there. Straight into the trading. I say I'm just going to whip through this real quickly because I've kind of done it already and I'm getting hot. But there's not. It's taken me a while. Sorry, I've been away for a week and a half. It's why I'm all sunburnt and that. But so it might just be it's taking me a while to get to the swing of things, but I'm not seeing loads of kind of stuff in the short term. There are some news events to be aware of. The Fed stuff on Wednesday, as well as Bank of Canada stuff, etc. So there's a bit going on there you want to be aware of, maybe sidestep if possible. What I did say in the previous video was that I had two trades open, so let's just have a quick look at those. So I've got USD Swiss, which is pretty cool because that clipped in when I was on holiday. Yeah, so my settings have all changed from when I did the original video. So what I actually had it on was weekly and daily here. So yeah, I left this order in a while back. I don't know if you can see when the order went in originally, but it was somewhere about here, I think I put it in. But yeah, I mean, it's a support and resistance trade, so the market keeps just rejecting at this level. We want it to carry on north, and that was what was pretty cool because that filled during my actually during the holiday when I was away, so I was quite happy with that. Now that then made me start thinking about looking through all my support and resistance trades on the weekly charts. So I spent a bit of time today going through all of that, and yeah, I'll go through some of the orders that I've got open. Some are also merged with the trading group which I'm with, Realistic Trader. So if I overlap with you guys, apologies. What was an interesting one I've got going? So CAD Swiss was one which I already had up for quite a while ago. So you'll see the original order. CAD Swiss. So you'll see the order which I placed a while back. Where are we? Yeah, there it is there, right? So you can see here, market rejected, bounce, and I was hoping it would continue down here, clip us here, and then go back up to this level here. Now the market hasn't done that. It has, you know, it is still within the channel, and it has come off of this level, but I was hoping it'd go a little bit further, low risk, you know, higher probability, and off it goes. However, as I just saw this now, as this is heading on up, you can see we've got 1, 2, 3. You argue that's 3 really isn't rejections there. So we are seeing this channel. So what I've got is an order here to go short and also and capture that. So it's actually quite nice and tight there. We've got what have we got? That's an 80 pips, 75. Come on, let's just have a look at the bloody thing. Get this in pips. A 70 pip stop to 570 pip gain. So yeah, we've got really good kind of triple R going on there. The other thing I want to say is that I've separated. This is another tweak I'm making to my trading for the next 6 months. Is I've separated it into 2 trades going down. As I short this, idea being that one of them I might decide to either A, let run, ergo remove the limit, or B, I'll take some profit off beforehand. But by having the 2 positions, it's easier to take profit off. That's where I'm at. Now obviously if you've just got one position, you can still do that, but your basic options are that you can either during the trade update the position, which is obviously more difficult because then you can't get it at an exact level, so you've got to actually go in and do it manually. Fine, still works, but probably brings you a bit closer to trades. Other option is obviously to put an order in where you want to take profit in the opposite direction, which again is fine. But then you start, you know, then you're effectively like got almost like a hedging situation whereby, you know, you've got some pips going up, and you know, it just gets a bit more confusing. So anyway, I've opted to do this. I'm going to try it out for a bit. But that's CAD Swissy, so that should be all good. What other trades have we got on here? Aussie USD. Yeah, that's been open for a while. Aussie dollar, USD dollar has been open for a while, as in the order's been in for a while. The trade hasn't been open. But it's the same thing here. You see, we've got tested that level, tested that level, tested that level, and we are nearly about to test it again. And if we do, I'll just be letting it roll over, and nothing too ambitious. You know, I'm not going for the lowest low. Although now I look at this, I could separate the position into two positions and use that kind of take profit 1 there, take profit 2 here, considering that. I'm not certain. Yeah, they're my orders. So I'm going to jump back now because I don't know if I mentioned CAD Jappy that is already filled. Yeah, which is the same thing. This did come from my trading group. So yeah, we're looking for a short off of this high here, and I've got 2 take profit regions here. So one here will take it off, and one here. Now it just depends on how you trade things, right? Sorry, just to show you. Yeah, so there's two trades in there. You know, it just depends on how you look at things. We're playing this as a support and resistance thing. Some people will be looking at this as in it's kind of compressing. So it's doing that, it's doing that, you know, doing that, and then you could quite easily argue it will do that, and then this, which is why I've got a kind of take profit around there, you know, in case it's just progressing, because you have got this wedge coming along here. Help me out here, help me out, tools, come on, man. You know, you've got that kind of thing going on. So yeah, you know, it just depends on how you look at it. But there is an argument that says it will, you know, come back and obviously stay there. What I'm going to do is if this one makes its profit here, I'm going to set the other one to break even and then just see what happens, really. So that's that. I don't know what else I've got to tell you, really. I can't remember because I can't remember what I said in the last video. What have we got? We had a massive spike on silver. That was all very exciting. Starting to look, I was going to say more bullish, but yeah, silver. I mean, I managed to buy in my ETF somewhere down here, but I mean, it doesn't get much lower than that. I mean, if someone had just had some orders there, you know, you kind of kick yourself when you see these things after the fact, don't you? But yeah, that would have been a lovely place to get dragged up. Whether you got filled or not, who the hell knows? But that would have been nice. Equities, UK 100. Bear in mind, this is weekly and daily we're looking at here. So yeah, a little bit of kind of retracement, but we're still in a massive channel. So we really need to get, you know, for the UK 100, we have to get out of this channel that we've kind of got going on. We do have going on here. So you need to get out of that. So a way to play it could be you get a, you know, if we get a break below that, then maybe it pulls back to somewhere like here and falls short. But yeah, there's not much sign of doing it. And I'm hearing real conflicting opinions at the moment. You know, at the same time, the world is completely screwed. And then, you know, the flip side of that is because it's completely screwed, interest rates are so low and the markets keep getting fueled, as Andrew Craig mentioned the other day. So, yeah, it's interesting. Interesting world at the moment. We'll see how we do. What else is going on? Yeah, cryptocurrencies. I finally got my Kraken account approved, and I'm going to do something with that soon. Other than that, don't know, man. I'm just back from a holiday. I have got 7 weeks until my next full break off, and I'm hoping to do a bit of travelling in between that. So yeah, trading should facilitate this travelling dream. Anyway, I love you all lots. I hope you're all having fun, and I would love you to put a thumbs up, to, I don't know, like it, make a comment, just so somebody knows someone's watching. Anyway, yeah, live the dream, and I'll speak to you later.